I'm back. Sorry guys, my camera stopped on me. So we will go on further with our shadow part. And I will choose a middle tone, the darker end of our middle tones, burnt sienna, and go in to put our shadows down. You can find the shadowy parts, and I will try to blend this whole area together. Nice and smoothly. Back to belly dancing, or starting with belly dancing. I have always loved dancing since I was a child. I started to hip hop dance or do some hip hop dancing a few years during primary school. However, hip hop didn't work out for me in the end, so I stopped and I did something else. I swam, I went to the gym. However, as I became 18 years old, I really wanted to do something which is in connection with my femininity, and I also wanted to lose weight and boost up my confidence. So that's when I saw a group of beautiful ladies belly dancing on a festival, and I immediately fell in love with the dance and the music, and I got really inspired by their smiles, how they danced, giving their heart and soul into their dancing, and they were so elegant and beautiful. I immediately became obsessed and really wanted to start belly dancing. So I went to the leader of the belly dance group right after the performance and asked her whether there is a possibility to go to their classes to learn belly dancing, and she said yes, and gave me her number, and that's how I started to belly dance at my hometown, where I went to secondary school or high school, depending on how you name it, in different parts of the world, right? So and after I went to classes for half a year. After that I moved to Szeged to start university, and I immediately searched for belly dance classes, and I knew straight away that that's the kind of sport or art I want to learn. And that's how I started taking classes twice a week and it was really fun, as my group members were also, most of them were also starting university, so we had a lot of common. We made great friends, and after a year of dancing, our teacher organized a gala for us. It was tradition for her to organize a gala, so her students could show what they learned and show their performance to their families. And it was also a great opportunity to practice how to dance on a stage. I remember I was really nervous and I had no idea first, obviously. I was a beginner, right? So I gave my best, that's for sure. And that was 9 years ago, yes, that's when I started. And I remember that my teacher allowed me to go to the classroom or to the studio on weekends, and she gave me the keys to the studio so I could dance for free. So she was really amazing, and I remember being there for hours and just listening to the beautiful music and dancing like a lunatic. I had no idea what I was doing, however I enjoyed myself, and that was the first steps of how I learned to improvise, which means that you just start to move your body to the music using your movements which you already learned. So next color will be burnt sienna 50%. So I learned group choreographies and several styles of belly dancing. I will tell about belly dancing and styles in general. For sure, I have too much to say, so I will go further with my timeline. Okay. So being part of a belly dance group also meant for me making new friends and sharing our passion of dancing. And I remember that my first dress, belly dance dress, was purple and pink, and I felt really weird at first dancing in a bikini or a bra and a skirt, so it took some getting used to to accept your body and to not to be afraid to show your belly. So next is burnt ochre 50%. There is also an Indian restaurant in Szeged where there is belly dancing every Friday, and I remember going there as a beginner and watching my teacher and having a nice chat with other parts with other members of the group. It was also a great way. Okay, burned 50% to spend your time. Burnt ochre 10%. And burnt Sienna 50% as well. It was so long ago, oh my goodness. What happened after that? So I have been taking classes at this lady for 3 years maybe, and after that I decided on becoming a belly dance teacher. So I did a belly dance teacher training. So I went to the capital every second weekend for 2 days, I think for 8 months, and that's when I really got to learn about the origins of belly dancing, about different styles. Crimson Aubergine is the next one, and I also got to know new belly dancers who share the same field of interest as me. That's where I met my dear best friend Christina. She lives unfortunately really far, or at least in European terms far from me. It's 3 hours, we live 3 hours from each other. She lives in the mountains and I live on the flatland, so unfortunately we can't see each other as often as we would like, which is a shame, as we really get on well with each other, and she's the person whom I can tell really everything, as she knows me really well and she isn't afraid to tell the truth or to warn me when she thinks that what I'm doing is silly, or when she knows that I'm lying to myself. She instantly tells me, stop the stop the crap and tell what you really think. I don't believe you. So that was burnt Sienna 50%. And during these lessons we watched a lot of belly dance movies, and we also got invited to a huge festival in the middle of the country, a huge belly dance festival which is held next to a medieval castle. So the whole festival theme is like the time of the Turkish Empire in Hungary, and as you know, Turkey and in Turkey belly dancing is really popular. So that's how the theme of this belly dance festival and the place of the belly dance festival was chosen to be this medieval castle, as this way many tourists come from all around the country to visit the castle and to also see belly dancing as part of the Turkish culture, trying to make this festival as authentic as possible. Sorry, I'm speaking a little bit slow as I'm trying to concentrate to tell you something interesting, and also to pay attention to my colors here so I don't mess them up. I will take a sip of water, sorry. We will need some dark, what's that, burnt sienna here, here, okay, and burnt sienna here as well. And next is no, burnt sienna 50%. So we went, all the soon-to-be teachers, belly dance teachers, went to this festival as we were invited by the lovely Nyéki to go there and to make a performance. So that was really lovely. Throughout the day there were several workshops we could visit, like belly dance workshops with famous artists, and in the afternoon we could take a trip to the beautiful medieval castle and also see oh my goodness, how do you say it? Oh, the knights, yes, so-called knight tournament, which was really exciting as well. And also there was a so-called show simulating how Turkish warriors tried to take in the castle, and actors dressed in medieval clothes were running up the hill with swords and with shields, trying to get into the castle with loud music and I have to look up the word. What is, yes, how this is called in English, sorry. Cannon, okay, no, sorry, no, English, cannon, yes. So they had a huge, enormous cannon, and they used it. It was awfully loud and very entertaining as well, and the children loved it. So that was one program, and in the evening we had our performances. So it was a great program, and it was also kind of a holiday for us. Burnt ochre, 50%. So you see, one major or main thing why I like belly dancing is that you get to spend time with friends and other nice belly dance enthusiasts during festivals, workshops. You are never alone while going on classes, so it's a very social hobby, and I really like being social and spending time with nice people, so that's really my cup of tea. So next color, little bit of pink, just putting it randomly. Here. burnt sienna 10%, just a slight touch, and beige. Beige as well. Next one is crimson aubergine here. And Parma Violet. So after this first year of going to the festival, it became a tradition for us to go there every year. So that's one story. And after finishing my teacher training, yes, let's put it that way, Espresso here, I started to give lessons, and my former teacher went to the UK after marrying, after their wedding. So I got her students, and I was given the opportunity to go on with the classes and to start my own belly dance classes, and that's how it started. And I have given lessons for 5 years in a row. Now I'm not giving any type of lessons, as my work and my studies haven't really allowed me in the last 2 years to do that, unfortunately. I'm starting to like it. Nice. I will try to show you some pictures. I have plenty of pictures on my Instagram account, and you can see some of my videos on my channel as well. And so just fast forward if that's something you are not interested in, yeah? Okay? You don't have to listen to me if you don't like to. Where are my photos? Okay, whatever. My class. Here I am in the middle. We are having fun. Oh. Sorry for the rabbit trail. So it's always nice. We have a lot of fun together with the girls. One of my performances on a competition in Sicily. So I learned a lot during teaching lessons. That one is Espresso. Vicky, what are you doing? Okay, burnt Sienna 50. We're going back here. burnt ochre 50, burnt sienna 10%, a little bit of black here. Sorry. From above what I'm doing here. Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. I will go over it again. Here. That's the way. This will be black, this part and this part. Okay, and here. And here. We will do that soon enough, this part here. And this is black as well. So here is our... sorry, my dog wants to go out. Okay. Bye-bye. So, and after I started giving lessons, I organized an evening every 6 months called Arabic Night, where my students and I gave a little show for everyone. It was free of charge and public for everyone in the city to visit this event as a kind of commercial or open day for ladies who are interested in belly dancing but didn't dare to try it out. So that was the event I prepared my lovely students to take part in. And I remember sewing the clothes together, and it was really fun. Okay. I like it so far. So let's do the upper side. I have to look at it from afar for a moment. I will give more of the burnt sienna here. Let's see. Great. Burnt sienna here as well. So there was a little show. My students danced a beautiful whale dance. I gave some solo dances. I invited some of my belly dancing friends to dance as well. At the beginning I said a few words about belly dancing, what it is, where it came from, what it means. Even the city television came out and asked me to give an interview as well. I will post a link in the description below if you would like to see it. And there was a part of the show or evening where participants had the opportunity to try out dancing with a cane. So the children really enjoyed that part. For example, and what else? I made some Arabic sweets, and there were some prizes to win, free pass and some Arabic CDs, for example. So it was a really nice evening, and I loved to share. So that was a great experience. Next one is burnt Sienna 50%. So belly dancing is a so-called general word for Oriental dance, as the original name of this dance is Rakshaki, which is Arabic and means dance of the East, as professionals usually call belly dancing. The phrase belly dance came from European tourists and soldiers who visited Egypt and the East during the First World War, and when they went to Egypt and other Eastern countries to escape from the war and to have a holiday, all they saw was ladies dancing and showing their bellies, and that's why they called this type of dance belly dancing. However, belly dancing is really just, I don't know how to say it, 1% of the dance, or it's not the most important part that you show your belly when you are belly dancing. But of course, obviously, that's what you saw, and that's why you call it belly dancing. Okay, I'm transgressing, sorry. What's next? Burn Sienna 50 again, and here as well. So the original name is Rakshaki, Dance of the East, and this name includes many kinds of dances which are danced in Egypt, in Arabian countries, Arabic countries, and in the Far East. and there are several styles of dances which differ depending on which part of the Arabic world you are in. Obviously, the most well-known type of belly dancing is the Egyptian classical type of belly dance. Next color is burnt ochre 50%. I'm going back here, giving it a little bit of brown. And Arabic dance doesn't only refer to women dancing, but also there are several male dances, such as Saidi, which is a cane dance, characteristic for males to dance. However, with the rise of belly dancing, it became really popular amongst women, so women can dance it as well, using more feminine movements. And the origin of this dance, it was a type of a ritual in the, I don't know which part of Egypt, however, in the territory of Saidi. This was a really well-known dance, and Arabic people are still dancing this type of dance. And it was kind of showing your strength and abilities, it was kind of a skill. It is kind of a skill to show how talented you are using a stick and dancing with a stick. So it's kind of really important male skill, and to show respect, and yes, to show off your status, for example. So that's the traditional meaning of this dance. So next color is I will show you a photo of the Saidi dance. A woman and a man dancing with a cane, traditional costumes. So next one is pink, a little bit of pink, pink. Anyway, so another really funny dance or beautiful dance which I really love and is quite fun is it's called Kaliji, not Kalihi, not Kalisi, okay, Kaliji, which is a type of hair dance. And this type of dance originates from a territory called Kaliji, and pearl fishermen or fisher women fishing, and oh no, my English is not really good today, sorry, I'm struggling with the words. So next color is burnt sienna, 10%. Yes, fishing, it's called fishing. Okay, so men and women, fishermen and fisherwomen, fishing for or searching for pearls. These women had really long hair so that they could put the pearls they catched, like caught, into their hair. This was the way of keeping them, or at least the legend says it that way. And after a successful day, women came out of the water and dried their utterly long hair, doing really funny and beautiful head movements and the hair dance, this way drying their hair. And this tradition came into belly dancing of today and is part of many dances. And I love these kinds of movements. They are really fun to do, right here. And there is also a rhythm in Arabic dance, which is the same, which is called Khaliji, and it is the rhythm of throwing your hair. So whenever you hear this rhythm in a music, you feel pushed to do a hair movement, which is really funny. Yes. Doom doom taka doom doom taka doom doom taka. That's the rhythm for it. You will become an expert in belly dancing, and I love to talk about it, so no big deal. Crimson. So that's one other type of belly dancing. There is the traditional drum solo, which where you hear several drums, the darbuka, playing, and you dance to the rhythm. You may ask, how is it possible to improvise to Arabic music, or for example on a drum solo, when you obviously don't know what will come next? Well, that was the black pencil. Fortunately, there are several rhythms in belly dancing which you learn, and when you learn to distinguish them and identify them, these rhythms can help you to know what kind of movement you can do to the rhythm. And there is also a so-called practice which I do with my beginners. We learn one rhythm every week or every month, and we look up what kind of movements we can do to this specific rhythm, as the Arabic music is lies on these rhythms and is made according to these rhythms. And of course you get to know many musics and many types of songs, so at the end you will know most of them. Burnt ochre 10%. Okay, we mastered this part. I would say I'm happy with how this came out. Let's go to this part of the mouth. Let's use burnt sienna 50%. So back to belly dancing. Belly dancing originates from very ancient times in Mesopotamia, Iran, and these eastern countries where women used to dance this type of fertility dance in order to became fertile, and they were also part of rituals, this type of belly dancing movements, as they were the ancestors of the so-called belly dance, which we know today. Crimson Aubergine is the next. So that's where it began in the matriarchal societies, where women were in charge, and they also practiced this type of dance during labor. Yes, no kidding. This way helping the woman in labor to deliver her child safely was part of the ritual as well, helping contractions as you are moving your lower belly and your pelvis and hips. Next one is Espresso here. Crimson Aubergine again. So the movements we use during belly dancings are archaic, ancient movements which have been part of our heritage and our culture from the beginning, and that's one of the main reasons why this dance, I believe, is eternal and will never go out of fashion, as it talks to your soul, right? It's also called the dance of your soul, or soul dance as well, as the movements are really universal and also a mixture of several cultures. There are movements from Africa, from Maui, for example, from Egypt, Turkey, Mesopotamia, so it's really awesome. Everybody can find her style. I really love sunny, upbeat, quick rhythms when I'm in the mood but I also like slow and heartfelt music as well, so you will never get bored of it. So what's next? I'm talking your ears off. Burnt Sienna 10%. This is a tricky one here. Right? Beige. Beige. Oh, sorry, it's out of the beige here. Burnt ochre 10. This will be white, this place, this part again. And anyone can learn how to belly dance, and there are no kind of restrictions, or that you have to be skinny, or that you have to have a belly to belly dance. That's complete nonsense, as everybody can find his or her, as men also belly dance, many men, as everybody can find his her style or way he or she can belly dance, and it doesn't depend on how much you weigh, as long as you can move, obviously. Primrose. Primrose. Oh, that's a hard part. Oh my goodness. I hope it will turn out good. Next is burnt sienna. No, not burnt sienna. Burnt ochre, 50%. The most important thing is that you enjoy what you do and that you dance for the joy of dancing. It's not about being perfect or showing off your movements to others. That's not the case. That's not the most important part. The most important part is that you enjoy your dancing, that you feel proud of yourself, and that you celebrate your body, that we are alive, that we are here today. Yay! So never ever let anyone tell you if you can dance or not, or if you are allowed to dance or not. You just do it. Okay. Crimson Aubergine. Parma Violet here. just a little bit. Great. Here, Parma Violet. What do we need else? What else do we need? Burnt ochre 10. A little bit here. Burnt ochre 10%, so we can make the gray part go away. Primrose. And white. Burnt sienna for the chin. Here. Really light layer here, just a little. Next is burnt sienna 50. Sorry. Burnt sienna 50%. Next is burnt ochre 50. I can see what I'm doing. So this way. I'm really in the zone right now. I really enjoy being here with you today and talking about belly dancing. I love to relive memories. And yes, one other thing which is really great is that I have been to so many private parties, and you know, you get invited to birthday parties and private occasions to dance, and it's always an adventure to dance at random stages and places, and people are usually really open-minded and interested about belly dancing and asking you how you started, they are inviting, and it's fun. It's really fun to do performances when you are respected, of course, and it is becoming more and more popular to hire a belly dancer for someone's birthday as a present or as a surprise. So I really love these occasions, as you can see the joy of other people's faces or their surprise, which is great. And I have funny stories how I tried to survive a performance. For example, one time, this is Crimson Aubergine. One time I was invited to a folklore festival in Szeged to dance, and first and foremost you have to know that you always dance barefoot, and you have to dance barefoot on the stage, on the grass, on concrete, whatever. And one time there was a folklore group before me, and they finished their performance with dropping plates on the stage, and they broke, obviously, and it's a part of a Hungarian custom to break glasses or to throw plates on the floor during folklore dance, and I wasn't really happy about that, let's be honest. I was horrified, as I knew that I was the next one to go onto stage, and I nearly got a heart attack. Not just kidding. But oh, please, you have to clean the stage, as I can't dance on broken glass. So that was one adventure. Another adventure is when you have to dance against the elements, which means that we are dancing during a really strong or forced wind can be a challenge sometimes. And also espresso is the next one. What else? When there is no shade during summer, and there is 40 degrees at least, and the stage is covered with plastic, and it's really hot. Oh my goodness, that's really bad. That's not so funny. One time I was invited to dance in a spa. That wasn't my one of the most elegant performances, let's put it that way, as the floor was slippery and it was utterly hot in the spa, of course. So you get to learn how to put on a poker face. I learned it the hard way. So I have funny stories. and horrifying stories as well. And you learn to stay cool. And not to panic. There are several other funny stories. One time we had a group performance and we were what's that? Burn Sienna. We were performing with canes and my cane just flew away right into the audience. In the middle of my performance. That was amazing, really. Great job, Vicky. That's one other story. What else? Is there anything else to do? I'm just thinking. That's Burnt Ochre 50. Going back in here. Another time I joined a professional group in Budapest, and after a tournament, the leader of this group, Maya Székely, she is an absolutely fabulous dancer. You can look her up if you like. Maya Székely. And she invited me to join her group after this competition, and I felt so honored and I couldn't say no. And this was almost 2 years when I started to, or not started, where I traveled to the capital every week to join her lessons, and I really loved going there, and I learned a lot. However, I had to stop as I couldn't keep up with my work, with my studies, with my private life, and also sometimes getting a rest. So I had to stop, which is really sad, but that's life. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. So, however, on one of her galas in Budapest, I was one of the last performers on the show, and I was really tired, and I already danced through 3 performances throughout the evening, and my solo dance was really at the end, and I was really tired. And during my performance, I had to turn a lot of times. I don't know, so 4 times in a row, and the 4 turnings ended in a, how do you say it? I had to, oh my goodness. I had to bend forward, and the most optimal position for that would have been to bend in front of the audience. However, I managed to bend with a 90% turn. So as I bent forward and came up, I was really surprised as I didn't saw the audience. They were not in front of me, and I only saw blackness, and I managed to turn 90 degrees more as intended, and that was a really funny funny moment of mine, just to talk about stage stories. You sometimes lost your jewelry throughout dancing, or a piece of your dress bursts. So it's a dangerous hobby, I'm telling you. How are we doing? Let's see. Some white here, and here maybe. Great. Burnt Sienna 50. Okay, let's do the nose now. So burnt Sienna 50% again. Whew! I talked a lot today. I'm talking a lot today. It makes me happy. Makes me happy talking about these things, really. I also went on a belly dance camp in Egypt with Hungarians. A Hungarian professional belly dancer organized this weekend, or this week, and it was absolutely fabulous. That's when I snorkeled in a coral reef for the first time in my life, and it was absolutely amazing. One of the best vacations ever. Next is burnt ochre 50%. Put 15 ladies together for a weekend, and it will be fun. I'm telling you, loads of nonsense. And funny stories. Burnt ochre 10%. Primrose. Crimson Aubergine. Parma Violet. So it's never boring, I'm telling you. You are meeting new people all the time with this hobby. That's great. Espresso. Espresso still. Espresso here. Black, just a little here. Black, black, black. So, is any one of you dancing? What's your favorite hobby besides coloring, of course? If you have any questions considering belly dancing, or if you would like to hear more about this topic, please let me know. I can talk about this for days. Crimson Aubergine. Parma Violet. Okay, burnt Sienna 50. Burnt Ochre 50. Right? Oh, guys, this picture is amazing. Burnt ochre tan. I love it. She's so talented, Karron. Kudos to you. Little bit of pink as well, here and here, just a little, and burnt sienna 10%, just to mute it down a little bit. Lululu. Hi there. Great. Great, great, great. There it is. Okay. So next one is burnt ochre 10%. I have to sharpen again. Burnt ochre 50 here. So burnt sienna 50, just a little bit here. Great. Burnt ochre again. Okay. Cool. Primrose. And white here and here and here, here, where else? Here as well. And sepia for the inner part of the nostrils, maybe. Okay. Burnt sienna 50% here. Burnt sienna 50. I'm really excited how the whole picture will turn out. Oh, super excited. Next is this part maybe, and burnt ochre 50% here. Okay. Burnt ochre 10% here. White here. well. And crimson just a little here to make it to make a shadow here as well under the nose, and Parma Violet. Yay! Oh, the paper is starting to be shiny and can't see properly the colors, which is annoying. And Espresso, just a little. Burnt Ochre 50. Pink. Burnt Sienna. Sorry, I'm just have to clean my pencil sharpener. So burnt sienna 10% here. Okay. And beige, just a little. Beige. Burnt Sienna 50 here at the mouth, where there is shadow here. You can see. Burnt Sienna 50. Burnt Ochre. Crimson Aubergine. Here. Just a little. And Parma Violet as well. Whoopee. Became a little bit too dark. I will have to erase that at the mouth. Espresso. That's it. And burnt sienna, just a little bit. Burnt sienna 50. And burnt ochre 50. Burnt sienna 10. Sorry. Burnt sienna 10%. Burnt ochre 10%, really lightly. I'm trying to blend this part together with the rest of the face. Impressive. And white. This is white here. Great. Okay, I will try to finish the rest of the face. We are nearly there, nearly there. So this part is next, this little really light part of the face. Burnt sienna 10% again. And here, burnt sienna 10%. Burnt ochre 50. Burnt ochre 10. Burnt ochre 10, sorry, burnt ochre 10. Burnt ochre 10. Oh, yippee-yay! We will finish the mouth on an additional video. That's for sure. And the hair as well. So a little bit of beige. Just a little bit. Beige. Beige, beige, beige. Great. Primrose. Primrose. And white. Amazing. Okay, and the last part here. And burnt sienna. Burnt crimson aubergine, just very lightly. Parma Violet. I love this color so much. Burnt Sienna 50. As you can see, coloring skin took me several hours, especially Grayscale, as I'm new to coloring Grayscale skin, but I'm impressed. It's not as difficult as I thought it was, or as it will be. Burnt ochre 50. I'm surprised. Pink. That's not great here. Uh-oh. Okay. Primrose, maybe a little. Okay, well, that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. So pink, beige, burnt sienna 10, just really lightly. Burnt ochre 10%. Primrose, white, Espresso again, Espresso again, okay. So pink for the cheeks. Okay. Burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. Crimson Aubergine. Parma Violet. Burnt Sienna 50. Burnt Ochre 50. Burnt Ochre 50. Here as well. Burnt Ochre 50%. Burnt Sienna, no, Beige. Beige. Okay. Here. Beige. Beige, then burnt ochre 10%. Pink. Burnt ochre 10. Okay. Burnt ochre 10. I'm trying to mix the blush color and skin color together. Burnt ochre tan. A little bit of black here, as I'm not satisfied with this part. Can't distinguish the two. And Primrose. Have to go over the whole cheek again. Primrose. Primrose almost finished. Let's see. We still need some pink. Maybe a little bit of red as well. No, sorry, that's not red. Crimson Aubergine. Very lightly over the blush area. Burnt Sienna. Burnt ochre 10%. Primrose. The white. And Crimson Aubergine again. There is some blushing, some blush, Primrose, pink, and I'm giving in pink color till I'm satisfied with my blush here. Let's see. Crimson, a little bit of this burnt ochre 50%. Beige. Beige. Burnt ochre 10. Sorry. So it's starting to sink in with the skin, so the whole area is starting to look integrated, which is what we are looking for and really important. I'm so happy I convinced myself to do this tutorial and didn't check it out. I'm so happy. Yay! Let's get this baby going. Primrose. Doing the highlighted areas is the toughest. Crimson Aubergine here again. And here maybe has a little bit of blush, more blush. Can you see it? Great. Again, Espresso here. Parma. Great. So the rest. Espresso. Crimson. Crimson. Here as well. Parma. Burnt Sienna 50. Burnt ochre 50. Burnt ochre 10%. And here we are. And all we need is just a little bit more of black here. black. Espresso. So I may go back and layer some parts, but now I think you got the drill and you got an idea about how I approach such a picture. So I will zoom you out so you can see the end result. We will come back to the now flip another time, another separate video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and have a nice day. I will see you in my next video. Happy coloring. Bye.